The question is what to see, a horror film or a comedy? Jim Ferguson is going to help us decide which movie we should see first. Tammy, the comedy, or Deliver Us from Evil, the horror movie?
Well, we say a horror movie, Amanda. First of all, happy Independence Day.
Happy 4th of July to you.
Thank you.
You look
like
very
my
patriotic
4th
today.
of July tie, patriotic. I'm with it and ready to go out and watch some fireworks.
Yeah, I know. I love fireworks. It's my favorite.
Okay. And then go see a horror movie. No.
Yes.
Okay. It's Deliver Us from Evil, produced by a genius, Jerry Bruckheimer, who we had on last week. Eric Bana plays a New York City cop, and he gets involved in possession. He has to go to a Jesuit priest, played by Edgar Ramirez, who is a Venezuelan actor that Jerry Bruckheimer saw in Carlos the Jackal, an HBO movie that he did. He's done a lot of stuff, and he's going to be a big star. And I talked to him about playing the priest, Father Mendoza, in, oh, should we do this?
Yeah. Can they hear this? Hold it up to my mic. Is this thing scary?
That's the thing that will really scare you in the movie.
Oh, I bet. I bet. I mean, who'd want to wake up to that?
I know.
Not me.
I know. It came after me.
I'm sure it did. All right, let's check out this interview.
There's evil itself and there's primary evil.
Yeah.
And that's very important in the film. But I'm almost out of time, and I got to ask you about a great scene, I thought, with Father Mendoza and Eric Bana's character, Ralph Sarchi, that he says, you know, I see all this horrible events as a cop all around me, and why does God allow that? And then Father Mendoza's answer to him was, well, he created people like you. That was a beautiful, because you hear that argument all the time. Is there a God? But you know what I'm saying? That was a great scene, wasn't it?
Yeah, because it's hope. That's what hope is about.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just to trust that throughout the darkness you'll find something valuable and luminous. And of course, if there's darkness, there must be light. I mean, in the end, this is, I mean, regardless of all the religious aspects, it's just a matter of balance, and you can see it in nature too. So in the end, this ongoing battle between good and evil is something that is really rooted, you know, in our collective imagery, regardless of the religion or the education that we have.
Wow, Jim. I don't know if I could see that, to be honest. I'm not really like a scary movie fan.
Well, you know, Eric Bana was perfectly cast because he plays this unbelieving, tough New York City cop from Brooklyn, you know, and then he gets involved in the possession stuff and exorcism and that thing. It's good. I liked it. You know.
Did like it?
But I didn't like the next one.
I have to be honest, I'm not really digging the previews of Tammy.
No. You know, I really like Melissa McCarthy. And, you know, it's hard when you see a terrible movie, but the interviews are good.
Yes,
you know?
yeah, I can only imagine.
She's so nice, and, you know, it just is too dumb. I mean, it's really over-the-top silly. Some people, I'm sure, will like it. I did not. Most of my colleagues didn't like it. But Susan Sarandon plays a grandmother to Melissa in this movie. Susan, of course, she won an Oscar for Dead Man Walking. She's 5 nominations for Best Actress. Wow. Lorenzo's Oil, Thelma and Louise, all those great movies that she was in. And she's just so nice. You'd never know that she is America's actress, they call her, you know. But anyhow, she's a profane, tough, hard-drinking grandmother on her last legs in her bucket list with Melissa. And here's my interview with the great Susan Sarandon. Susan, good to see you again.
Thank you, same here.
You know, as a grandfather, under these conditions, I'm so happy to see a comedy about a grandmother and a granddaughter. And that's what this is. Would you agree? It's a road trip with the two of them.
Yeah, and in the tradition of road trip movies, you know, all that pressure of being together and, you know, having to sleep, you know, over a period of time, and one person wanted to go one place and one person, and then the fact that I have a bit of a drinking problem, and then she is also kind of an exuberant person. I think that it lends itself to desperation, which is always the funniest thing.
It is the funniest thing. It just leads to these wild adventures that take place. Did your character, Pearl, you think, have this road trip was a bucket list? On her bucket list?
Oh, yes. I think that she just seizes the day on her rug and her six-pack, and she gets in that car, and she wants to do the trip that, you know, her dad never took her on, that he promised and then never delivered for one reason or another. And I think that's a good thing to remember, is that you shouldn't put off when you make a promise, especially to a kid, that you're going to do something, you know, and you're too busy and you have to find time for those things,
You have to
because
take
the next
time.
you know, you just never know when that's going to be your last opportunity.
Yeah, I'm not digging it. But Friday, what is coming up?
Friday, Eric Bana will be here. We just talked about him. You know, the star of Deliver Us from Evil, the horror mystery movie, and Kathy Bates. What an actress, huh?
Yes.
Won
phenomenal.
the Oscar for Misery. Do you remember that movie with James Caan? Now she plays this hard-driven lesbian.
Okay.
in the rom comedy, of course, Tammy. We're going to have them on Friday.
All right, excellent. Jim, thank you so much for joining us, and happy 4th again to you.
Same to you.
All right. And stay where you are. The Morning Blend will be back in just a few short moments.